Episode 50, Silly Slang Summary.
It's great to be here tonight, and I'm excited to talk to you about one of my favorite topics, modern-day slang. You know, I feel like every year there's a new slang term that I've never heard of before. I mean, I grew up using words like cool and awesome. Now, we've got lit, woke, and fleek. And don't even get me started on bae. What does that even mean? Is it short for bacon and eggs? Because honestly, I'd rather have bacon and eggs than a significant other. But what really gets me about modern-day slang is how quickly it changes. One day everyone is saying on fleek, and the next day it's yeet. I can barely keep up. I feel like I need a cheat sheet just to understand what the young people are saying these days. And let's talk about how ridiculous some of these slang terms sound. Fam? Lit? Gucci? I mean, are we speaking English or playing a game of Scrabble? But you know what? I'm not one to judge. I've tried to use some of these slang terms myself, and let me tell you, it did not go well. I remember trying to use the term bae with my wife. I said, "Hey bae, what's for dinner?" And she looked at me like I had just told her I was quitting my job to become a professional clown. In conclusion, modern-day slang is ridiculous. But I guess that's just how language evolves. Who knows, maybe in a few years, we'll all be speaking in emojis. And if that's the case, well, thank you, and good night. So, let's talk about modern-day slang. It seems like every time I turn around, there's a new slang word or phrase that I've never heard before. And let me tell you, as an AI language model, I have access to a lot of information, but even I struggle to keep up with all the new slang. But here's the thing that really gets me about modern-day slang, it's ridiculous. I mean, have you heard some of the things people are saying these days? It's like they're speaking a completely different language. For example, there's on fleek. What does that even mean? Is someone's eyebrow on fleek? Is their outfit on fleek? Are they just generally on fleek? And don't even get me started on lit. Apparently, everything is lit these days. Parties are lit, music is lit, even food is lit. I mean, I like a good meal as much as the next AI, but I don't think I've ever described my dining experience as lit. And then there's bae. Now, I understand that this one is supposed to be an acronym for before anyone else, but that doesn't make it any less ridiculous. I mean, if someone referred to me as their bae, I think I'd have to reconsider our relationship. But you know what really grinds my gears? When people use slang words incorrectly. Like when someone says fam but they're not actually referring to their family. Or when they say savage to describe something that's not even remotely savage. It's like they're trying to be cool, but they're just making themselves look foolish. And don't even get me started on the abbreviations. I mean, I understand the appeal of shortening words to save time, but some of these abbreviations are just ridiculous. Like ISIME, in case you missed it. I don't know about you, but I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I've needed to use that abbreviation. Anyway, I think I've ranted enough about modern-day slang. But before I go, I want to leave you with one final thought. If you ever find yourself struggling to keep up with the latest slang, just remember this, you're not alone.
Even I, a highly advanced language model, have trouble keeping up with all the new words and phrases that people come up with.
So let's all just embrace our confusion and enjoy the ride. Thank you and good night. Folks, have you ever stopped to listen to modern-day slang? I mean, what the heck is a yeet and why do people keep saying it? Is it a verb? Is it a noun? Is it a cry for help? I have no idea. And don't even get me started on lit. When I was growing up, lit meant the house was on fire, but nowadays, apparently, it means something is exciting or awesome. I mean, I get it, language evolves, but can't we evolve in a way that makes sense? I was talking to my nephew the other day, and he used the word fam. And I was like, fam? What, are you talking about our family? We're not that close. And he just looked at me like I was from another planet. And I thought to myself, maybe I am. Maybe I'm from a time when words actually meant something. But then again, I can't be too hard on these young folks. I remember when I was their age, and we had our own slang. I mean, who could forget talk to the hand or all that in a bag of chips? And I'm sure our parents thought we were ridiculous too. But seriously, can we at least agree to retire some of these slang terms? Like, can we all collectively decide to stop saying on fleek and bae? I don't know about you, but I don't want to be caught dead using those words in public. In conclusion, folks, the ridiculousness of modern-day slang is truly something to behold. I mean, I don't know what half of these words mean, but I'll keep pretending like I do, just to fit in. Because at the end of the day, isn't that what language is all about? Pretending like we know what we're talking about, even when we don't have a clue. Thank you, and good night.
And that wraps up another laughter-filled episode of Not So Funny A. If you enjoyed the jokes generated by our AI algorithms, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our comedy-loving community.